Hey guys, Dr5 here with episode number 30 of our Fulham career mode on FIFA 22. We're kicking today's episode off, taking on Crystal Palace in the Premier League. Last episode we started a new season, we made 3 very impressive and very, I think, huge signings. James Maddison from Leicester, James Ward-Prowse we signed from Leeds after he joined them from Southampton, and we also signed Lafont from Nantes. So, all of which I think are 82 at a minimum. So they all upgrade the squad, they all make the team so much better. And now we just have to put that into action after a 2-2 draw against Man City. We come into this one and take on Palace, who I think last time we played them we beat them 4-1. A hat-trick for Roberts, who is playing in today's game. You know, we know he can score against them with the hat-trick that he got. So if he can do that again today, get us off to an even better start. Our first game obviously at Craven Cottage this season. That would be brilliant. But the first chance did actually come our way. It didn't quite work out, but we have another one 20 minutes into the game. Webber played through on goal, one-on-one with the keeper, sneaks it in at the near post. 1-0 to the good. Riley Webber with his second goal of the season already. Obviously he's got that fancy little flick against Man City. This one, a bit more what we're used to, the kind of just full strength, head down, run at the goal, and just power it into the near post. It's what we most commonly could associate with Riley Webber. And then Wilf Zaha goes down our end and does pretty much the exact same finish. And we are back on level terms, 1-1. Not what we wanted, but we still have quite a long chunk of this game left to play, so we should be able to, kind of considering our dominance so far in this game, we should be able to get back in front at some point or another, as Dennis finds Roberts scored against them in the last time we played them. He scored against them again. These are the boys he likes to play. It's Crystal Palace and Bournemouth, the two teams that Roberts likes to play. He's played Crystal Palace twice, got 4 goals. He's played Bournemouth once and got 4 goals. So, you know, they are the teams that he likes to play. He's obviously the bogey player. I don't know if that makes sense, like a bogey team, but a bogey player. Everyone's got one. But yeah, a very unfortunate there for Crystal Palace as they hit the post. I think Lafont was easily beaten. Didn't even move. He was stuck in the mud in that one. But thankfully it did hit the post. And thankfully we lived to fight another day. As Edouard played the ball through to Wilf Zaha. Almost dinked Lafont. And thankfully, even if he had gone in, he was offside. But that just shows the pressures, you know. Playing out from the back doesn't always work. It's the style we want to play, but it does not always work. There's another chance. They play it in very easily. Carvalho and Perez back to their old kind of not the best centre-back pairing ways. But we did survive. We did win. We did get all 3 points. So that is a win and a draw to kick off the season. And we are in the Europa League, obviously, as you saw in the previous episode. But who is in our group? Well, you can see we've got Sporting, Celtic and Helsinki. So we've got a couple of good kind of destinations. I think that's Portugal, Scotland and Helsinki. I want to say is maybe Norway or Denmark or Sweden. It's in that area. I'm going to put a bet on it being Norway. I reckon it's Norway. But yeah, if you know, put it in the comments. I'm not 100% on the where Helsinki is. I could be completely wrong. It could be like Finland or something like that. And you know, I just messed it all up. But 14 minutes into this next game, we are taking on Burnley. A great chance to kick things off very early doors, but unfortunately it is cleared away. Quite good defending actually by Burnley, and again that's what they're known for. Sean Dyche has got him a well-oiled machine, a defensive 4-4-2, but Riley Webber, 3 consecutive games he has now scored in this season, and like I said, I think I said it in maybe the previous episode, the one before, I fully believe he can get to a 90 rated player this season. Obviously we offered him that big 4-year contract on 150k per week. He's the highest earner out of the squad. He's the highest rated in the squad, and he is taking us forward. Obviously he's the captain. Now there's a face right there, 38 minutes into the game. A face didn't quite see so much last season. The first season you saw him a lot. Is Liam Delap, who puts the ball into the back of the net. Number 11. We're not selling him. We're keeping him. He is our backup striker, and he is just proven there. He can even get goals in the Premier League. You know, I think he scored 5 goals in the Premier League last season. He is more of a cup striker, and I think it's going to be the same this season. unless, as I said, he does improve and get higher rated than Dennis. But a beautiful overhead kick from João Pedro, a bit of Brazilian flair up in Burnley. He does go and make it 2-1, so he applies a bit of pressure to us now. I'm got to be a bit careful here at Turf Moor in the final few minutes of this game. But on the counter-attack, Ward-Prowse just knocking it forward, up to Roberts, scored in the previous game. Can he get a goal in this one? What he's going to do, cut inside nicely past the defender, finds Dennis, Dennis finds Weber, strikes it at the goal, but Nick Pope is equal to it, and it doesn't quite work out for us. Just a few minutes later though, we're just applying the pressure to him, but we give away the ball and they've got a counter-attacking opportunity, but Carvalho finds Weber, Weber on the turns, finds Madison in the bit of space, Ward-Prowse finds Reed, he's got a banger in him, he's not going to go for the shot. Will Ward-Prowse? Not quite, but Roberts, can he score in back-to-back games? Yes, he can. And our young English winger has gone and got goals in back-to-back games. He has now got 2 goals. Weber's our top goal scorer on 3. But that is really good to see that the youngsters from the academy are getting the goals in the Premier League. 3-1 is the score, and that kind of wrapped up the game. And we're actually quite thankful that we did score, because João Pedro finds Poulsen finds Sander Arnold, and Burnley have scored 2 beautiful goals in this game, and we got quite fortunate that we did score the 3rd, and thankfully we did come away with all 3 points. Otherwise we would have been devastated in the final minutes as Arnold's volley hits the back of the net, and we do move from the game. 3-2 victors, 3 points coming our way, as we are going to sign a regen. Now this is the regen of Faruk Begovic, Bosnia and Herzegovina. It is the regen of Edin Dzeko. If you don't know how to tell a regen, if you go to the edit player feature, if they have the same birthday as the player, I think that should mean that they are the regen. That's one of the main ways of telling. Obviously, he retired last season. He is the regen of Edin Dzeko. But apart from that signing, him being our only real attacking output player this this summer window that we have signed, majority of the midfield and the keeper that most of our budget was spent on. But we do move through deadline day. We're not going to sign anyone else apart from that striker. I've got to try and remember his name because it is a bit of a difficult one. It's Begovic. But we do get a message on deadline day from the chairman. He says, for our scouts this season, we want to continue looking around London, as last season we found a lot of talent. As for our development of soccer in America, we will continue our scouting in the United States for the next big thing. And we're also looking forward to the development of Weber, Roberts and Williams this season. They should be happy already because Riley Webber's got 3 goals, Roberts has got 2 goals. Williams not quite made it into the team yet, but obviously it's going to be difficult to outplace James Maddison, one of the new signings. That's going to be it for today's episode though, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.